G'day everybody, welcome to another video. This will be a different kind of video, a reaction, and I just wanted to say that I do not own this video. Obviously I wouldn't react to my own video, or the music. This is a video by Mind Warehouse, and this is an old video, but then I just thought, hey, let's do it. And let's get into the video.
Let's get it. Ocean current.
You're starting off a video with ocean current. Is the current dangerous? Yes, but only if you fight it. If you don't fight the current, you'll be fine. In fact, what are they? Professionals, I guess you'll call them. Literally tell you, do not fight it and you'll be fine. Let the current take you out and slowly swim to the side and you will be safe. And yes, the ocean is dangerous, but that's not a reason not to visit a bloody country.
And even if there are no dangerous creatures, there's always the chance you'll get drawn into the ocean by a strong underwater current. Of course, there are many beach rescuers around, but anyway, being dragged away from the coast into the ocean is not the best experience in the world.
I tell you, the people that made this bloody video are the kind of people that you can scare by telling them about drop bears. The water is dangerous, and the ocean, the ocean is dangerous in every country. Australia is not the only one. Also, when you say that it's hard to find a good beach, Australia is known for their beautiful beaches. Have you ever... This drongo's never been to Australia, I tell you.
Cassowary. What? Am I supposed to be scared of this bird? You might ask. You are right, it does look like a weird hybrid between an ostrich and a turkey, and it doesn't exactly look scary, but in spite of its appearance, this bird is in the Guinness World Records as the most dangerous bird in the world. It has a sharp beak and long, strong claws, but its most important feature is its nasty temper. Everything irritates this bird. Actually, this creature is totally unpredictable because it always attacks first. And that's a real problem. The average cassowary's height is about 6.5 feet, and it weighs about 180 pounds. And like...
To anyone who's thinking about coming to Australia, do not worry about cassowaries. I've never seen a cassowary in my life, and I've lived my entire life in Australia. It is very unlikely that you will see a cassowary. And are they dangerous? Yes, but don't go running out in northern Australia and you'll be fine.
Cassowaries can speed up to 30 miles per hour, jump 5 feet in the air, and they're extremely good at swimming, so it's almost impossible to run away from this angry bird.
Almost impossible. This prick's telling fibs about a country he's never bloody been to. It isn't that hard to avoid cassowaries. Their numbers are small and they only live up in northern Australia. Don't go there and you'll be fine. Trust me.
Snakes. We're gonna be
Are snakes dangerous? Yes, especially venomous ones, but are they trying to kill you? No. And are they that big? No. We do not have anacondas in Australia.
Australian snakes don't usually attack people, and when they do it in self-defense. But that's no consolation for when you suddenly find a snake in the toilet tank under your...
Where does this prick think we live? Out in the middle of the outback? You will be fine in Australia. And I'm sorry for yelling, but you will be fine in Australia. You're not going to find them under your bloody bed or in your toilet, unless it's an outdoor toilet.
It's extremely dangerous. A person bitten by a taipan will die in 4 hours before getting to a hospital. Ugh. This snake doesn't like to think twice and tends to attack immediately as soon as it sees an enemy. Therefore, you probably won't have time to Google it up and see how dangerous it actually is.
I can't believe I'm still watching this bloody video. Why? Why do I do this to myself? If you're gonna make a video about Australia, visit Australia first.
If you suffer from
I hate spiders.
The fear of spiders, you definitely shouldn't go to Australia, because just like snakes, they are everywhere. You can see them in basements, hotels, cafes, parks, beaches, and even in the sink. Obviously, not all of them are the size of
Oh
a palm,
shit, I hate that
although
picture.
You can find some
People
big
in
ones.
Australia
You
do
shouldn't
not.
actually be afraid of the small
Some
or
may,
venomous
but hardly
spiders.
anyone in Australia
Anyway,
has a
each one of
bloody
these
basement.
creatures will try to bite you if it feels danger, so keep calm and don't attack it with a mop.
Shit
Some
joke.
of them are very
Just
good
telling
at
you.
jumping. By the way, don't forget about a phenomenon called raining spiders. It's not a myth, it's really a rain of spiders. It's the way they travel around, using the wind and their webs as parachutes. And believe us, they don't really care where they land, on a tree or on your head.
I've heard about raining spiders, but it's obviously not that common because within my entire life, I've never once seen raining spiders here. It probably happens out west or up north, but it never happened to me down south. That sounded like a sex joke.
Sun.
Is it hot here? Yes. Does the sun cause cancer? Yes. But so does it in America. And it's hot. It's bloody hot in America too. Never been there, but I'm assuming it is, because I'm assuming it's hot everywhere right now.
Just when the clouds part, it feels like there's a huge radiator in the sky, and the Earth is just a huge grill.
Now, for me, you can't take my word on this, but for me, Australia is not actually that hot. You can't take my word, because I have an insanely high heat tolerance, but to me, Australia is pretty just warm.
Anyway, if your skin is white, you will probably get burnt on the first day of your vacation, so don't forget to use sunscreen and dress properly.
You won't always get extremely sunburnt like that. In fact, I'm one step away from albinism, and I've gotten a sunburn like that once, and that's once in my entire life. It's very unlikely that you're gonna get burnt that bad unless you're in the sun for so damn long without sunscreen. Wear sunscreen and you'll be fine.
Dingo. We all know that man tamed dogs a very long time ago, so long that we forgot they used to be wild wolves. Maybe the difference between a tamed and a wild animal is not that big, and the example for that would be the dingo. It was tamed sometime
That's not even a bloody dingo,
its natural
that's a
habitat.
thylacine.
Nowadays, dingoes look like their
Which is
ancestors, the
extinct,
Indonesian
and that's
wolves,
a fox.
and they're almost impossible to tame. Dingoes usually attack livestock. They just go into human territory and have their lunch right in the enclosure. Now they live across the whole country, and their reputation scares locals and tourists alike.
Actually,
We wouldn't say
in
that
Australia,
doggos
quite a
attack
few people
lot, but still,
love
you
dingoes,
have to
try to
remember
save,
that
well, most
almost
people try to
wolves, so
save
don't
them.
try and pet them.
They are
Anyway,
sweet,
some of the
adorable
smartest
animals. I've
tourists
actually met a
take the risk
dingo,
and feed
and
the
they
dingoes. We'd
are
have to see
not
them run on a
heartless
screaming
monsters that people
swirl. It
fear.
must be an amazing show. Fire ants. One of the biggest problems.
It is not one of the biggest problems in Australia. Ants aren't that bad, believe it or not. The amount of times I've been bitten by fire ants is uncountable, and they're not that bad. They're not as painful as you might think.
The bite of these venomous ants causes strong allergic reactions, blisters, swelling, and pain.
Never once
So, as
caused
you've
me
already
any
guessed, this
blisters.
usually ends really
Not
badly,
once.
especially for those who are allergic to them. By the way, they appeared on the continent by accident, but then they started reproducing really quickly. Now they live across the whole country, and they get into houses and different devices, which often causes short circuits and fires. Also, many wild and domestic animals suffer because of them. The government's spending millions of dollars to get rid of the fire ants, but unfortunately, the ants are winning.
I actually have no more words to do with this video. Why? And there's like two more left.
Stinging brush. Do you still feel like you want to go to Australia? Then it's time for you to know that even plants are evil in this country. The evilest one is the stinging brush, also known as Gimpy Gimpy or the suicide plant. It grows in the Australian jungle, and it's considered one of the most dangerous plants on Earth.
Strong tip to avoid these plants: if you don't want to be touched by these plants and feel the sting, don't go running out into the bush
This horrible plant
like
contains one of the
wearing hardly any clothes. If you wear long clothes and you run out in the bush and it touches you, it won't touch the skin, so you will be fine.
Leaf as toilet paper, which led to a fatal outcome. So, if you're in Australia, try to avoid this plant. Alligators. Now tell us,
I
what do you
actually
know about
refuse that
alligators,
someone could
apart
be
from the fact
this
that they're dangerous
stupid.
toothed reptiles? We looked
Australia
it up.
doesn't
We learned that in the
have
last decades,
alligators,
the
we have
population of
crocodiles.
alligators
We're
grew
very,
so much
we're
in
very well
Australia,
known
and now they're a
for
real
our
problem
crocodiles.
for the locals.
Like we have the
If you think
crocodile
you can
hunter and
escape
that.
the danger by staying away from the
How
water,
could you
are wrong. The problem
get
will
that
just
mixed
come
up?
to you. Literally,
What kind
these
of
huge
research did
reptiles are
you
so
do?
bold that they just
You
get
have
in
obviously
people's
never
houses
been
and wait until
to
someone feeds them,
Australia.
like a dog, for example. We're not
Never,
kidding. Hungry
because
crocodiles can
that's
even get
obviously
into houses
America,
if people don't
because
lock their
we do
doors.
not have crocodiles like we
You
do not
probably
have
won't have the chance to
gators, we do
swim
not
in
have
Australian
alligators,
waters,
and
there are even more
crocodiles don't
reptiles
just
there.
walk up to your
So
door.
decide for
Maybe
yourself if
alligators
you really
do, but
want to go
crocs
to this
do
country.
that. Even that's a croc.
Parenti. Finally, we want to warn
That's
you.
not even a
Forget about
parenti.
normal-sized
That's a Komodo
animals.
dragon.
Australia
Are
is the
parentis
home to
dangerous?
these giant
Not
lizards
really.
known
They
as
can
parentis.
grow
Just
big enough to
their
take
appearance makes you
a
feel
limb
scared
off,
and run away
but
as
they
far
live
as possible.
far out
Nevertheless,
in
they're
the
not
middle
that
of the
dangerous to
outback
humans.
out west.
In spite of their strong
And
5-foot-long body,
what was I gonna
parentis
say?
don't attack people.
Oh yes,
They usually try
they
to
are
hide
endangered.
first,
You're
but if
very
the animal
unlikely to
feels
see them.
danger, it immediately
They
attacks.
look
And in this
nothing
case, it
like
will
that.
end
They are
badly
nowhere
for the
near
victim.
that big.
Not only their
That's a
huge
bloody
body, but
Komodo
also
dragon.
the parentis'
Do not
teeth
fear
are really dangerous because there are a lot
parentis. Come
of
to
bad
Australia if you
bacteria and
want.
microorganisms
Bloody
on them.
epic down
And
here.
the older the animal is, the
You have all
worse
those
the
parties and
consequences
shit.
are. Of course, you might want to take a closer look at this beautiful lizard, but zoologists recommend not coming too close to it. It's still a wild predator, and besides, don't forget it's from Australia.
That's a bloody parenti, mate. Not that Komodo dragon, you bloody drongo. Anyway, like and subscribe. I'll put the original video down in the link below, and I'll also put my link for this channel's Instagram down below. And anyway, like and subscribe. See you next time.